Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the third video in my Shop My Stash series, and I'm gonna go through all of the items that I had chosen last month, as well as choose 5 new items to work on in August. But before we jump into the items, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the 5 items. So the first item I have is my Stila Glitter and Glow in Diamond Dust. I love this product, and it's probably my favorite Stila Glitter and Glow that I own. I have reached for this a few times over the last month. I actually reached for it in total 4 times. So I mean, that's not amazing, but I have been working on so many eyeshadows that this kind of just went on the back burner. But I am wearing this today on my inner corners, and like I said, it's absolutely stunning. I love this product so much. Unfortunately, this has started to dry out, and I hope you can see that there are quite a lot of windows, and most of the product is stuck at the bottom. So what I did when I first rolled this in is I actually put in some of my Inglot gel liner here, and it actually helped a lot. So I might do that again and see if I can shake it up and get some more use out of it. Otherwise, I'll probably have to remove the stopper soon, and that will most likely make it dry out quite quickly. But I really do want to get as much use out of this one as possible because I do adore it. Once I have finished this, I probably will repurchase it because, like I said, it is one of my favorite glitters in my collection. The next item that I have is the lipstick that I'm currently wearing, and this one is one of my Chanel lipsticks in the shade Ecstatic. This one is this kind of really nice blue toned pink. It looks like this. Obviously I am wearing it, and with this lipstick it is a bit more sheer and it's kind of unique in my collection. I really love it. Again, I haven't used it too much in the last month because I haven't been having quite a few lipsticks as well, but today I'm wearing it for the 5th time, so that is a decent amount, especially being stuck at home because I'm not wearing as many lip products as I usually am. So yeah, this is going to continue being a favorite in my collection, and I know this is a lipstick that I reach for from time to time, so I'm not worried getting more use out of it, but I was happy to play around with it over the last month. Next up we have another lipstick. This one is from MAC, and the shade is Relentlessly Red, which is one of their retro matte lipsticks. This is such a beautiful lipstick. It looks like this. I won't swatch any of these here because I did swatch them in the last video, so if you want to check out the swatches of these, just go and check out my Shop My Stash for you July. But this lipstick is a really nice kind of pinky red. I think it's stunning, and I have talked about this formula before, and the MAC retro matte finish is one of my favorite lipsticks to wear because it is quite drying and hard to get on, but once you have it on, it sticks to your lips and it lasts for ages. With this lipstick, I unfortunately only reached for it 3 times over the last month, and that is because I did have 3 lip products in this project or this series, and I also, like I said, I'm planning quite a few lipsticks and lip products, so it just kind of went on the back burner. And I know that I love this lipstick, but also just being at home a lot, this lipstick wasn't really something that I wanted to wear because it is quite a bold lipstick, and it's more something that I reach for when I go out or when I want my lipstick to last for a really long time. But otherwise, it is a beautiful summer shade, and I was hoping to reach for it more than I did, but I know that I love this, and I'm just happy to have gotten some use out of it. So next up we have the last lip product of the bunch, and this one is the Tanya Burr lip gloss from Eye Candy in the shade Picnic in the Park. I really love this lip gloss actually. I thought it wasn't something that I enjoyed. I do have another shade of this in my collection, and I don't really like that shade that much. It's very kind of milky on the lips, but this one is a really nice kind of sheer cool tone pink shade, and I actually fallen in love with this over the last month. And I did reach for it a few times, and it's a very nice formula as well. It's very moisturizing, it's not sticky, and it does last a decent amount of time on the lips. This is the product that I reached for the most out of all of these 5 over the last month, and I reached for it 7 times. So again, not amazing, but it's something that I probably haven't reached for much at all this year, so I'm really happy that I got some use out of it. And I did put this into products that I want to use up in 2020 video at the beginning of the year, and I'm kind of sad that I haven't reached for this before because if I would have actually reached for it earlier this year, I would have known that I actually love this product, but I'm just hoping to get some more use out of it and hopefully finish it up by the end of the year. And then the very final product that I have is an eyeshadow right here. This one is Club from MAC, actually mixed with my Wet n Wild Comfort Zone shade in the blue and brown pigment. I've only reached for this eyeshadow twice in the last month, and I think that's basically because it is such a dark shade and it's very, very intense and not very summery. And I've also been panning quite a lot of warm toned eyeshadows over the last month, although I'm wearing green today, and this one didn't really pair very nicely with them. I actually did pair this once with like a burgundy shade that I currently have in my panels eyeshadows, and I loved how that looked. But again, it was more of a kind of smoky eye that I couldn't really wear on an everyday basis. I am happy to have gotten some use out of this eyeshadow though, and try to try out this formula and this shade again, because I haven't reached for this shade in a very, very long time, and I just wanted to see if it was something that I still enjoyed in my collection, and I was actually happily surprised on how it looked on the eyes. So I'm very, very happy to keep this in my collection and hopefully wear it a bit more now when autumn rolls around. So we've gotten to the point of the video to roll in the new items, and I currently have 388 items in my collection that is eligible for this Shop My Stash project. So I'm just going to go ahead and randomize 5 items. The first one will be number 311. So number 311 is a lipstick that I know that I love, and that is my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. The next item will be number 111. So number 111 is my Kiko eyeshadow stick in shade number 5. The third item will be number 316. So number 316 is my Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lipstick, or like the lip crayon in shade Futuristic. And quickly to just let you know, I do have a rule that I only want 2 items out of any category. So if I do get another lipstick, because I do count my soft matte lip creams as lipstick as well, I will roll again. But the fourth item will be number 378. So 378 is one of my lip liners, and this one is from MAC in the shade Soar. And then the final product will be number 286. So 286 is actually another lipstick, is from Tom Ford in the shade Violet Fatale. So I will roll again to get a new product, and that didn't work. Let's see if it works this time. It does. Number 33. This is actually quite funny because I got a product that I think I got last time as well, and that is actually my Panda palette, which I last time said that I will work on because it's something that I reach for every single day anyway. So I will go ahead and roll again. So the last item hopefully will be number 63. Okay, so number 63 is one of my single eyeshadows, and this one comes from Isadora, and I have labeled it as the light brown because it doesn't have a shade name. It came from one of the Isadora kind of, I think it was a 5-pan palette, and I used the pot of that. So I will go ahead and pick out those 5 items and I will be right back. So I'm back and I have my 5 items right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through them. The first item is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. So like I said when I first rolled this in, this is a product that I know that I love. It looks like this right here, and it's just this kind of nude that is on the slightly warmer side. It's quite nice for my skin tone, and this is literally a product that I choose if I'm wearing an eye makeup that I don't know what I will go with. If I try a lipstick on and it doesn't really go with it, I always reach for this shade because it goes with literally everything. And yeah, I do love it, and I know that it's actually running low on this one, so I don't think I'll be able to use it up over the next month, but I know that I will be able to get a lot of use out of it. So let's just stick with lip products and go through the Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss Stick in the shade Futuristic. This one looks very, very intense in the bullet. It looks almost neon, but when you do swatch it out, it kind of goes a bit more neutral. It's still quite a bright color, but since it is very sheer, it's, in my opinion, quite a wearable bright lip still. It's a perfect lip shade for summer, and I know that I will be able to get quite a bit of wear out of this one, especially since it is more of a hydrating formula, because like I mentioned before, I haven't really reached for a lot of lipsticks apart from when I'm filming, but this is something that I can use for the moisturizing benefits as well. So I'm hoping to get a bit more use out of this one, but I know I love this product as well. So the last lip product that I pulled is my lip pencil from MAC, and this is again in the shade Soar. It's this nice nude shade. It's definitely more on the mauve side, and it's darker than I actually remember it being, but I know this is the color that goes with quite a few things, and I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this one. As you can see, it's still quite long, so I'm excited to play around with this a bit more and compare it to another few liners that I have been using from time to time in my collection. This one, I don't unfortunately think it will go with any of the lip products that I currently have here, but I will play around with it with the other products that I'm panning, and hopefully I'll be able to find a combination that I like so that I will be able to get some more use out of this one over the next month. And then again we have two eye products, and the next one is my Kiko Long Lasting Eyeshadow Stick in shade number 5. So I don't reach for my eyeshadow sticks very often anymore, so I'm happy to pull this in because hopefully that means that I will be able to reach for this a bit more. And that is a swatch of it right there. So it's a nice kind of taupey, almost rose gold shade. Again, it's not very summery, but I know this will go with quite a few things that I'm currently panning, and I'm excited to play around with this and see how I can get a use out of this, either as an eyeshadow base or as an eyeshadow on its own. But yeah, I'm excited to have this in the rotation. And then the final item that I have is my single eyeshadow from Isadora. Again, this is from the palette that I mentioned, but I just call it light brown. That is a swatch of it on top right there. So it's more of a cool tone brown, but I think this will work perfectly as a transition shade for me, and I'm quite happy to have rolled this in. I already have had on this, as you can see, but I'm hoping to expand that a bit over the next month, and I think this is a shade that I will be able to reach for quite a bit more than Club, which I had in last month, because this is something that I can use with every single look that is more on the cooler side or neutral side. And I think again this is something that I can pair with quite a few other eyeshadows that I'm currently panning. So those were the 5 new items that I am rolling into this project. Not the most summery palette, as you can see, but I still think I will be able to get quite a bit of use out of some of these products, and I think it's a better selection compared to what I had last month. But if you did like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!